Alrighty guys, welcome back to Playing Therapy. It is the Adventures to Sick Week Day 3. So, got the GTO running over here, getting her warmed up. We're in Nashville, Tennessee, hoping to get it to Niceville, Florida today. Sorry about the wind noise. But yeah, we're actually gonna get on the road here shortly. Alright guys, we just got some breakfast at the Waffle House just outside of Nashville. Well, I guess you can't see, but we're gonna go over yonder to the Target over there. We're just waiting on Rich real quick. We gotta grab a few little things. Hey guys, yeah, we finally got that thing. I'm sure it'll go away here in about 2 minutes. But oh yeah, and it's very windy, so that's also nice. Anyways, we are, or at least Rich is, wiping the car down.
Just a little.
Just a little. Alrighty guys, couldn't find a tank right here. So we're just gonna get back on the road and try to find one at maybe a Love's gas station, something like that. But sorry. So we just checked out our. We had a wheel speed sensor that's not working now all of a sudden, so we're gonna have to check that out too. But so yeah, we're gonna get back on the road. Excited? Good Buc-ee's, baby. Yes. Look at that. It's not even that busy yet. Good. Oh, and there's the Buc-ee's car wash. It's not done yet, but it's getting there.
Beautiful out now.
Yeah, it's still a little windy, but it's very nice out actually. Buc-ee's! Yeah! Sorry, that's the oh yeah! Alright, we're gonna go inside and then we'll get back on the road here shortly. Alrighty guys, we found a rest area and I get to drive finally. Rich is letting me drive his hot rod. So yeah baby, let's get it. So I'll have Rich do some filming from wherever he ends up sitting. I don't know if Mike's gonna get in the back or if Rich is gonna get in the back. So alrighty. I'm pretty good at slamming it in.
There you go. Perfect. Yeah, should be good to go, hopefully. Probably should have adjusted your mirror, it might be too far back.
Yeah, it's a little bit back there.
Nice. Rich has got a close window. I got to put my back door
Alrighty guys, we actually made it here to a rest stop. We all kind of had to use the restroom, so in the process these roads were pretty rough, so we actually lost our hubcap. So kind of unfortunate. So Rich said he had one at home though, so I'm not too worried. But that was a lot of fun. You guys will see it on the time lapse, but man, she just cruises. Literally just going up hills, you gotta knock her down to 5th, and then she'll go right up him. So, oh sorry. So yeah, we're just cruising, just pulled off, and we'll see. Alrighty guys, Rich made it a few more miles, and we are 2 hours out, but we're getting some gas. Maybe get a little something to snack on before we get to Jason's house. But yeah, just getting some fuel, and then we'll get back on the road. Alrighty guys, we made it here to Jason Shaffer's house, and got the old hot rod over here. Oh, man, ooh, yes, a big block with a blower, yes. Big old meats out back. Oh man, might have to change on those. Anyways, we're gonna go to a museum that Jason said we really need to go to. So, you guys excited to go to a Tri-5 museum?
Oh yes, I see.
And then we got Angel. Yes, doggy. Oh yes, she loves pets. Heck yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm still not ready.
So guys, we show up here and walk in the house, and there's 2 platters of ribs and coleslaw to
Immediately,
eat.
as soon as we show up.
It's a snack.
It's a snack, yeah. I didn't know we would be eating ribs in Florida, but that's fine with me.
And Angel's not happy.
Angel's not happy. She wants some. Alrighty, guys. I don't know if you guys can see me, but we're gonna do a little lash adjustment. Hopefully not adjustment, but lash check.
Angel, you want to get dressed? In there, put your face in there. Put your face in there. Good girl. Did you? She opened her mouth. There you go. Good. Now, I'm just going to play with this shirt. I'm not going to wear it. You silly. What are you doing? Shoot. It's like it's dress up time. Goofy dog. You're goofy. Now, the lady that did this, I can't thank Amy enough. She even gave her leg holes. So now, she's styling. Wait a minute. She's got the only sick onesie out there. Bend your leg. Muscle dog. Okay, show him. Show him what you got.
Oh yeah, check it out. Oh yeah. Look at that. Look at that.
Now, if those are your pajamas, you got to get in bed. All right, tell Blaine thank you.
Good girl.
Hey, get back in your bed.
Come on, get in your bed.
Get back in your bed. Now talk. Tell him thank you.
Good girl. Alright. Rich, we've had a lot of comments about what we got going on here, so let's show them.
Well, this is a 521 cubic inch Pontiac. So it's 4375 stroke by 435 bore. So it's got a Crowler crankshaft in it. It's got Crowler rods in it, and it's got Crowler valve train in it. It's a solid roller cam. So people are harassing me all the time about checking my lash. But when you run a solid roller cam and you drive as many miles as I do, you're better off staying on top of it. I was telling Blaine earlier that typically I don't lash my valves all the time. I really just check them. And if they're in a certain range, I won't adjust them. You know, 5 to 8 thou seems to be a happy place. And I found that if you're trying to chase a couple thou, you end up wearing out the adjusters because you continually turn it and the pusher rod is rocking in another spot. So yep, so it's got a Edelbrock Super Victor fuel injection intake. And then I am running MS3 Pro from Amp EFI. It's an MS3 Pro Evo. Oh geez, I don't know how many miles I've got on it, but it's worked flawless for me. I haven't had any issues. It'll do traction control, it'll do multi-part fuel injection. What else we got here?
What size turbo are you running?
That is a 94mm turbo from Works Turbocharger from Reed Partridge. And he spec'd that thing out for me, geez, I don't know, 5 years ago. And it's done everything I wanted it to. I don't run a lot of boost with the motor. Like 15 to 17 pounds is about the most that I'm gonna run, but at that it's, you know, it's like 1485 horsepower, so, and just about the same amount of torque, so it makes some horse torques.
That's good.
Yeah, it definitely moves this 4,000 pound thing down the track. It's got a chiseled air to water intercooler. I guess we could actually show them that on the back. So obviously the hot air comes from the turbo, goes through the air to water intercooler. I don't have an air to air, so I need to fill up with ice, and then cools it off and goes to the intake. We'll go to the back. I'll pop open, turn on the light. Don't mind the trunk. So we've been traveling for a few days. And so I got that trick from Rick Stanky. He was doing that for a while, and that works great. You don't have to, it's like a $20 cooler that just drills some holes in and put a bilge pump, and if I fill that sucker full of ice at the beginning of the pass, at the end of the pass, it'll be all water. But it keeps the air intake charge down at just about less than 90 degrees every time.
Let's see, transmission setup and clutch.
So it has the same clutch as the wagon does. It's a next gen 6-finger adjustable. When I'm towing a trailer and doing all this driving, I crank up the base pressure to about six turns on all 6 levers, and then when I get to the track, I just about take all the base out and let the clutch slip and move this car without breaking a bunch of parts. It's got a Browell bell housing that's made so you can adjust, and then it's got a G-force. I don't need the twinkle. I don't know how to do the twinkle, but it's got a G-force 6-speed transmission in it. First 4 gears are faceplated, the last 2 are not. Blaine was trying them out today, and the final drive, like the 6th gear, is 0.5, so it cruises down the road. Like the winter tires are a little taller, so it's like 1650 RPM is 80 miles an hour. So it could use a steeper gear ratio, so to bring that RPM up a little. Blaine was fighting with it on some hills today, but it works pretty good for long distances. It's got a Moser 9-inch in the back with 350 gears, and it's going through the traps at about 7,000 RPM at 165 miles an hour. Yeah, it's a 35 spline with a spool. People ask about driving the spool in the street, and I actually find that it's safer than and less noisier than a locker. I haven't tried, I did try a wave track for a while, but I ended up having an issue with that. They warrantied it, but so I just went with a spool. Been really happy. It does wear out the tires a little quicker, but it's not a big deal.
And your fastest time?
Quickest it went was Sick Week last year. It went 877 at 164 miles an hour after driving 3,000 miles.
That's good.
But it seems like we're taking a tour this year, because we're at 3,000 miles. We're over 3,000 miles already, and we're not there yet. So this will be further than last year, but that's good. It's
Hopefully
fun.
we go quicker this year too.
Hopefully we go quicker. So last year was on slicks, and these tracks down here are all prepped really well. And so some of us stick guys slick guys were having more issue that wadding the tire up and then unloading. So I joined the radial club. So we're gonna run some radials and hopefully see how fast we can run to 850.
Let's try not to break it like you did that.
Yeah, I did break it at King of the Open Road that Jared Holt put on, and but that was that was one of the few parts in the transmission that was still stock. So we've solved that problem now. Tick Performances came through with some clutch forks, so we should be good there. Or shift forks, sorry, not clutch forks.
Cool. I guess what's the car? I don't think we actually said that.
Oh, yeah, it's a 1965. It is original GTO. It is originally black with a red interior. I basically pulled it out of a junkyard. It was trashed pretty good. I could send Blaine some pictures and show you. The door was kicked in, the front was kicked in, the rear quarter, they hit a light pole. So I restored it in my garage. I painted it in my garage. I did everything, frame off.
And when did you get the car?
Just about 20 years ago now, actually. So it took about 8 months of my life to put this thing together. So, and I've been beating on it ever since. So I think I'm winning. So I should probably start taking it easier on the car. But yeah,
well, we all want to go faster. So
we all want to go faster. It was originally. It's always been a stick car. It was a 4-barrel car. It wasn't a tri-power car. When I restored it at first, it did have a tri-power. The goals for the car then were to go 1150 and get 20 miles per gallon. And the funny part is it went 1117 at 122, I think, with the tri-power. So it was going too fast. So then I put a roll bar in it. I never did get 20 miles per gallon with the tri-power. I was close. And of course I had a steeper gear back then, but now it'll get 20 miles per gallon, no problem at all. And now it's 1500 horsepower, so it's doing everything that I want it to, and we can drive it anywhere.
Awesome. Well,
I think that's it. Yeah, it's got a War throttle body on it. They've treated me really good too. Crower's been fantastic. G-Force has been fantastic. It's got a Loon Performance cam sync in it, actually, and it's been flawless for me too. AmpEFI and their MS3 Pro, same thing. Those guys have been fantastic. Any issues? Really haven't had any issues, but all the sensors, you can pretty much get them from the junkyard and make this thing run. So it's been great. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anybody, but.
all right, thank you, Rich. We're gonna hopefully get on the road tomorrow and see where we head, depending on the weather.
Yeah, awesome.
Awesome.
Can't wait.
Thank you. Alrighty, guys, we made it here to the place that's we're getting a tour.
All right, we'll see you.
It's not quite full of
Okay.
tri-fis, but it's got quite a few. So we're gonna go in here and check it out.
Backstory.
Alrighty, guys, I'm gonna probably leave this uncut because there's some pretty good stuff in here. So you just gonna have to check it out. It's gonna be kind of a long video, but if you guys want to watch through it, when you see what's in here, you're gonna want to watch it. Alrighty, guys, we're getting ready to go in. This is what we have outside. This thing's sweet. That's cool. That's cool. This is even cooler. We are going inside. Oh yes, 55. 2-door.
Blaine, better take your heart medicine.
Oh man.
This place gonna make your heart jump, man.
Oh, Chevelle.
Let me introduce you to Keith.
Oh.
So we've been putting lifts together and trying to get them going. And
Say hi to the camera there, Keith.
Oh.
Blaine.
hey, Blaine,
Stark,
How are
know
you?
him.
good to see you,
Nice to
buddy.
meet you, Keith.
Fellow
Haven't
tri-fiver.
seen you since sick
Ooh.
week last year.
We knew
Yes, that's nice.
You want to walk Blaine through the top 5 cars real quick while he's got that thing?
Oh, okay, guys. Oh, yes, please. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, it's got a passenger seat.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's out right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I don't
It's
think I
got the
have.
dash and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I've got the dash out.
Oh. Jeez, boys. Ooh. Yes, that is nice. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, look at the radio, the clock, the
You
heater
gotta see
controls.
this dash.
How cool is that, hey? Some people are so talented.
He is, man.
Wow, that's good.
He's
Amazing.
He's like the best in the business. Super good guy too.
This is the evil twin?
That's it.
Wow. Sorry.
Let me get out of your way here.
No, you're all good.
Make yourself at home.
Wow.
Pick as many of them up you want.
Well, walk him through.
Yeah, let's see it.
Okay, well,
Show me all of them.
this one, this car is known as Big Bertha.
Mm-hmm.
This was, Monty Burney built this car and showed up for the second fastest street car in America shootout. And it's,
What year was that?
that was 94.
So this was one of the fastest in the world in '94.
Yeah, this was the first tagged, licensed, insured, street legal door slammer to go 7.
And what did they get this car down to?
It's all in 770, 185.
I'm thinking it was 740.
No.
Yes.
At
All
a little
steel.
over 3,600 pounds. Yeah, it's all steel, all glass, except for the hood.
1994 technology.
Yeah, that's all 1994 right there. That's
my
all we
gosh.
ever ran on it. And
3,600 pounds, and the first car to kind of go 7s. Gee whiz.
True back end. It's got the stock frame rails all the way back to the 4-link cross member.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then this is Bertha 2,
This is Bertha too.
which it's Bertha TOO. Like my name is Bertha also.
Uh huh.
And if you look at the cage in both of them, they're identical, but that's where it ends. This is a 25-2 back half. It's got stock, like this car, if you can see through the spaghetti of headers, it's got the stock 55A arms on it,
Oh yeah.
stock front suspension.
Wow.
This car's the same way, except it ends at the firewall. And
So from here
the firewall
forward.
back,
Oh, from the firewall
from
back.
about here back.
So it's stock front suspension and then-
if you can see in there, it's double frame rail, all chrome moly.
So basically, it's original 55 Chevy to here, and
Right.
then
And
Their
then
back,
basically
it's-
pro mod from their back. But it's
except for the body.
this car's fairly heavy too, and it's all steel. All the windows roll up and down, and it's got a
Wow.
carbon hood and a carbon deck lid, and that's it. Steel bumpers, and this car will run, I think 680 so far.
Adjustable wing.
Yeah, we took it. Monty went to.
Oh my God.
I had bought the car, and then I couldn't go, and he had never been to the Orlando the World Street Finals down there. He went in 2006, and the record at that time was I can't remember. John Schroeder had the record, and it was 749 at like 186, and right off the trailer it went a 748 first test pass. And we had to put 350 pounds in the car, and we put a Bruno in it.
Yeah.
And a converter. And
They both have Lenkos?
Mhm.
Does that one have a Bruno or a clutch?
No, that has a clutch and a 4-speed. This was a clutch with the 4-speed,
Uh-huh.
but to run heavy street at Orlando, it had to have an automatic. So they considered it an automatic if you had as long as you had a converter. So Monty got a Bruno and a converter, and left the 4-speed on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And anyway, wound up going 717 at 199.99999.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, man.
right at 200.
Not 200, but
Yeah, not 200, but and
for everyone else in the world, it was 200, but for him, it was.
and whenever he was decided to build this car, he lived in California. He passed away a few years back, and I really miss him. He was like my mentor, and oh, absolutely, yeah. And he wanted to copy Bertha, and I said, no, you don't want to do that. That'll only certify to 750, and you know you're going to go a lot faster than 750. And so he built this, and he goes, you know, when we built this, I told him, I said, you need to do a 25-2. He goes, what's that? You haven't been in racing in 10 years. And so we went to, I got the SMI book, don't worry about it. That piece of weather strip's always falling out. He
Gee whiz.
said, well, when
That's
I
a
get done with
steel
this
dash.
car, I'm here to be with you. And
Gee
built
whiz.
the third car. He built an all glass car. Then it wound up being heavy because he had to have all the 55 chrome, the dash, all of it had to roll up and down, and it wound up being almost as heavy as this car. And he went some 6.0s with that car. He sold it, went to Australia. And then
All right, we gotta keep
this car
moving.
was only out in one season. It belonged to a buddy of mine, Scott Long. And this car came out in '95, and he took over the world's fastest 55 from me. And usually everybody recognizes this car.
Yep.
This was originally Stan Shaw had this car, ran it 1 year, and then Tony Christian bought it. And Tony raced it all through the 90s.
You know, more people recognize the bottom of that car.
Yeah.
The Flowmaster.
Yep.
There was on all the Flowmaster posters. Any
Yep.
local shop you went in, you saw the bottom of this car.
Yep.
It was just carrying the front wheels.
And this is a full. When this car came out, this car was built in '94. This car came out in '94.
That's awesome.
And in Hot Rod, don't quote me, but I think it was David Freiberger. He was setting the rules up then for this deal, and he said, cars like this, you won't see, this car does not fit the spirit of the rules, and you won't see cars like this next year. And sure as hell, it was back next year. And everybody had tube chassis then.
Oh yeah.
And but this car here, it's a very famous car. It's been in this one and my purple car are the two most famous ones. They've been in all the magazines,
most
multiple.
No, we lost Tony Christian last year.
Yeah, we lost Tony last year. I called him when Brian and I were on our way to Sick Week.
Yeah.
And he was like, "What the heck is that?"
I saw the picture
Tony
of
was
you guys.
74.
Yeah. He came to the track and was hanging out with them guys.
Yeah, I called him up and he came out. Tony was an old pro stock racer from back in the 70s and 80s, and he and Pat Busey were rivals, even in the Pro Street days. But they were friends. But Tony, I told him to come out. We were going to Sick Week, and he goes, "What's that?" I told him, and he goes, "No way." And I brought him out there, and I took him and showed him Tom Bailey's car, and I said, "This car's been in the 5s," and then drove to McDonald's to get lunch. And Tony said, "No way, no way." He goes, "Man," I introduced him to Tom, and he said, "Man, I remember when Freiberger said we had to do a 25-mile cruise back in the 90s, or you didn't qualify." And I said, "These cars can't go 25 miles, and you guys are going how far?"
Hey, they just drove 2,200 in
Yeah.
an 8-second car.
I know.
Man. 2,200 just halfway here. They're not even to the track yet.
And they did it last year too.
Can I show them this?
Oh, absolutely.
This Willie's?
No, Willis is up there.
Oh.
This I got this for my wife
What is
about
this?
6 months back. It's a '47 Ford. She wanted a grease car. You can
Yeah.
cover it.
That's okay.
It's a convertible.
Oh, sweet.
A friend of mine's
Well, my
father-in-law
favorites are
had-
Willie's up there. Steel body Willie's all over.
My dad built one of these, 46.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so. No, 48. No. Yeah, 46, I think.
yeah. My dad was like, "That's a '46." I said, "No, it's a '47." He said, "Nope, not with those lights. Let me see the trim on the trunk." So my dad, he remembers when they were new, you know. And
Cool. Alrighty, guys. You guys are seeing them.
early '47.
Okay.
So it has 46 turns.
Okay, hang on. Let me go to the other side because I can't get it open. Don't know.
You don't waste anything.
Oh, brother, guys. This thing looks rowdy.
You know the story of charcoal, Kingsford charcoal?
Gee whiz.
Henry Ford, he was like, "What can we do with all this junk wood scraps?" You know, and this guy, his name was
Icos.
King, he came up with the idea for charcoal, so they called it Ford. And that's where the charcoal, they use.
Gee whiz.
Yeah, this is
This is where I learned how to drive in 36 four-door.
Yep, I picked this up from my dad. My uncle had.
Ooh, every single one of these cars has like a Lenko or something really, really cool in it. And this is a,
Fixed the E95, and he goes, "You think you could find me one?" I said, "A 4-door sedan?" He goes, "Yeah."
shoe buddy, you guys.
I started looking. And then I was talking to this guy that's in the cars.
Alrighty guys, that's gonna wrap it up for Blaine's Therapy Adventures to Sick Week Day, I think 4. Tomorrow I think we're headed to possibly KSR Performance because Rich is gonna do an oil change and we have some parts that we shipped there from Crower. So yeah, we gotta head there and then we'll see where we head from KSR. So we're actually probably gonna hang out here in the morning.
And
Then hit the road.
make plans from there.
I need the bag from the other side too. But make sure you guys like and subscribe, and more videos coming tomorrow.